What's up, everybody? Hope you're having a nice day today. Today, for me at least, is Tuesday morning. I don't know when you guys are watching this, but it is Major Week, PGA Championship Week, and what a great week we have. To be honest, this is probably my second favorite week of the year, right behind Augusta, and it only is because of the golf course that they're playing on this week. They're playing on Bethpage Black Golf Course, and we'll learn about that in just a little bit. And for me, it's almost the 2-year anniversary of when I played. I went on my 30th birthday, and my birthday's coming up here just in about 9 days. So, giving away my age a little bit here on today's telecast. But anyways, I played it on my 30th birthday, and what a treat it was. I played it from the very, very back tees available to the public, which means about 14 or 15 of the 18 holes I played on the same tees. These guys will. On 3 holes I didn't, but in any case, if you'd like to learn more about the golf course after it, of course, don't forget to head to awesemo.com/PGA. And then, of course, you can scroll all the way to the first card article, which you can also find a link here to in just a second. So, again, this is the PGA Championship. You can see this is the picture I took in the background here, and we'll get a little bit better picture of it here on the next slide. But there is the link to this week's article there, so go ahead and click there if you want a little bit more insight and preview on this week's tournament. So, as we learn about the PGA Championship here, that is the first hole, and as you can tell, very tight fairways. Visually, it sets up as a nice left-to-right dogleg, but if you try and challenge those trees to the right, you could be totally blocked out there. So, a lot of those style of holes on this course, the rough will be about 3.5 inches long. It's a par 70 measuring probably about 7,600 yards when it's all said and done. They could play it up to 7,400 or 7,500 yards, but they probably won't play it any longer than 7,600, 7,500 yards this week due to how wet it is out there. Even I've seen plenty of interviews already this week of players saying just how long the golf course is playing and how paramount it is to hit the fairway because of how wet the rough is, and being able to stop, a 4 or 5 iron into these small greens, or not even small greens, just elevated greens, will be very difficult. So, this is the only major that has moved around in terms of date. U.S. Open and British Open, of course, move around courses, but the PGA Championship had been in August for quite some time, but prior to that, it was in May and March. So, back to May it comes, opens up plenty of new golf courses to host, especially this one here. So, every single one, as we move on to the players, as you see, I'm going to highlight Tiger Woods. Kind of had to here as he's coming off the Masters win there. So, every single one in the top 100 in the world are here to compete except for Justin Thomas, who just had to withdraw to a wrist injury he withdrew yesterday. So, everybody else is here. Where to play DraftKings this week, where to play DFS, not DraftKings. DraftKings is one of the places to play. You can play for $1 million there this week. Pretty amazing. Get 4 times a year. Also, you're getting a $50K to first to the $4 buy-in, $800K guaranteed. So a nice flat structure, a great way to break into it if this is your first week playing DFS golf. FanDuel's top prize this week is $100K to first for the $15 buy-in. And if that's a little too expensive for your taste, they're offering a $15K to first for $3. But on top of that, if Tiger Woods goes out and wins again, you're getting all of your entry fees back to either of those 2 contests. So pretty cool promotion. And we're going to talk about Tiger Woods now. So Tiger Woods obviously coming off the first of the Masters. He is the highest priced golfer on DraftKings at $11,300. He's about the 4th highest on FanDuel, $11,700. DJ, Rory, and Brooks are ahead of him there. First at the Masters, like I said, that's supposed to be an 8th. Excuse the 6th there. That's an 8th at the match play. Looks like there must have been a code over. So the course history here at Bethpage is rather good. He had that win back on the 2002 U.S. Open, came in 8th in 2009 and 36th in 2012. But, we can pretty much throw 2012 out the window. I know he was playing okay back then, but certainly not as healthy and as good as he is now. This year, 14th on approaches and 66th off the tee. But he said, and he's been there for over a week now, that fairways are going to be paramount, and Tiger Woods finding fairways has been very good recently. As long as he's been dialed it back, he changed the shaft in his driver and has dialed it back a little bit. Is not worried so much about distance as he has control of the golf ball. So let's see if he finds fairways again this week. We know he's the best long iron player ever to live. Him and Jack Nicklaus obviously are the 2 best players ever to live, but Tiger is by far the best long iron player ever to live. So the course should set up rather perfectly. Next guy we're going to talk about is Bubba Watson, and you can see Bubba Watson there in the 2012 final open at the Barclays here, played at Bethpage, signaling something probably a little bit left there. Hopefully that is 16 or 17 where there's a little bit of room, because if it's on 14, that long par 5, that could be in trouble. Anyways, 8,000 on DraftKings and 9,700 on FanDuel is rather pretty cheap for Bubba. It's a little bit below the average on each site. He's coming off a 12th at the Masters and a 64th at the match play, but he doesn't really play at the match play. He doesn't like it, even though he won it a couple of years ago. He hates the course. So, however, this course, Bethpage, doesn't look like he hates. 3 top 20s in the last 3 times a tournament has been played here. He's very good off the tee, ranked 3rd on tour this year. 89th in approaches, so he'll need to improve on that. But if his off the tee game stays as good as it is, and he finds these fairways out here this week, I can expect him to finish again in the top 15 or 20. And it looks like he won't be that highly owned on daily fantasy sites. So Bubba Watson, certainly somebody of interest. The last golfer of my opening round 3-ball this week, and if I failed to mention at the top of the show, we're also going to be doing Rouslin's Saturday 3-ball this week, as huge contests and huge prizes for the weekend slates and for the final round slate as well on daily fantasy. So you're going to see me again. So anyways, Eddie Pepperell, 6,900 on DraftKings this week coming in, so he's a pretty good value. Came second at the British Masters last week, so pretty good form coming in. This will be his first appearance here at Bethpage Black, as he hasn't had PGA Tour status, but it looks like he's going to be a full-time member next year and playing a lot of events, so maybe he'll get to play in that FedEx Cup playoffs. So, again, because he plays most of his golf on the European Tour, we don't have statistical numbers for him for the PGA Tour. However, if you would like the statistical measures on the European Tour, head over and become an Osmo.com golf member. You can catch that by the end of the day. Again, this is Tuesday for me at 11 o'clock. By the end of the day, I'll have the European Tour stats loaded in. So if you're interested to learn a little bit more about Eddie Pepperell, you'll be able to do that. So thanks again, everybody, for joining me here for the Rouslin's opening round 3-ball. Again, like I said, I'm going to be back on Saturday to give you a little synopsis of how the first 2 days have gone, how the 6 of 6 percentages look for DraftKings and daily fantasy, and maybe a couple of bets that I like going into the weekend to see if we can get somebody that might come from behind and win this tournament. So enjoy Bethpage Black, one of the best golf courses, in my opinion, the best golf course in the country, at least that I've played. And I've played some pretty good ones. I've played the Kapalua course out in Hawaii. So it is certainly a treat. It should provide some thrilling golf. And if you like the guys to really fight and struggle and grind, maybe not struggle, but grind for their pars and not have tap-in birdies every hole, this will be the tournament for you. So again, enjoy it, and we will see you back here Friday night or Saturday morning. Cheers, everybody.